To the school district for Pierre, the March board meeting. I call this meeting to order, and we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, with Mr. Hanson and Ms. Frank.
I'm just going to introduce Ms. Frank and some members of our forensic team. They're going to come up and lead the pledge, and then they'll share an update about what's been happening with their group. Had some successes to share with the board and everybody here tonight, so we'll let them lead the pledge.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, my name is Harper Reichling, and I've been on the speech team for 3 years. And I am the state region champion in duo with Chloe Bowers.
My name is Adam Ballou. I've been on the speech team for 2 years. And I am the state regional humorous interpretation champion.
My name is Connor Lair. I've been in oral interp for 3 years, and I am the state region runner-up in humorous interp.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melinda Frank. I'm an English language arts teacher at Riggs and the head forensics coach. Our speech and debate team had an exceptional season and quickly became recognized as the team to beat at tournaments across the state. We consistently advanced to final rounds and frequently placed in the top 3. At the National NSDA Qualifier, that's the National Speech and Debate Association, tournament in Sioux Falls, competitors from across our region of South Dakota competed for the opportunity to advance to the national tournament, with the top 2 finishers in each event earning a qualifying spot. Our students had an outstanding performance. Chloe Bowers and Harper Reichling were regional champions in duo interpretation. Adam Ballou was the regional champion in humorous interpretation, and Connor Lair earned second place in the same category, finishing just behind Adam. This marks the second consecutive year that 100% of our students who competed at the qualifier tournament earned spots at nationals, an incredible accomplishment for our program. I was also honored to be nominated as South Dakota Oral Interpretation Coach of the Year for a second consecutive year. These achievements reflect the hard work, talent, and dedication of our students, and we are very proud to have Pierre so strongly represented on the national stage in Richmond, Virginia in June. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of you guys and your teammates that weren't able to be here. That's quite an accomplishment.
Wonderful. All right, we're going to move on to item number 3, adopt the agenda. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 4 is the consent calendar. Board members have had the opportunity to review this and ask questions as needed. This too is an action item. Do we have a motion?
I would move to accept the consent calendar as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. And motion carried. Item number 6, superintendent comments.
Okay, I know it seems like I say this every meeting, but it's even more true this year, it seems. But the year just flies by. It's flying by. We're going to be at graduation before we know it. And maybe it has something to do with not having much of a winter. I don't know, but the years just seems to be flying by. The biggest topic probably that I want to talk about tonight is the transition from 9 sections of elementary school to 8 sections of elementary school. We've just talked about how that's happening. The process is going very well. Can't thank the elementary principals and Mr. Wiebe enough, and Mr. Lynn. You'll see why Mr. Lynn's technology is a big part of how we go about organizing and trying to figure out what we need to do for next steps. But so far, and as we explained before, the out-of-district open enrolled students were all contacted. They were given the option as to whether or not they wanted to attend Kennedy or Buchanan. So we gave them their option. Amazingly, those numbers balanced out pretty well. Those people who are open enrolled to Jefferson from within the district were also notified that they would need to go back to their home district. That almost met the goal of getting the number of kids into the buildings that we needed, with Jefferson being a 2-section school next year. We're just a little short, and so we're going to do a first reading of some boundary changes later on. I'll talk about that more then, but once those boundary changes is a first reading tonight, next month it'll be finalized. But once all of those, so then we'll notify those. I think there's 17 students that will be impacted by the boundary change. So once that is all done, I know this one might come as a surprise to people, but it only makes sense, and we unanimously agreed that when it's all, everything's done, the dust is settled, people know where they're supposed to go, we will still open it up for open enrollments at the elementary level to any building. Maybe Jefferson, we will still have intra-district open enrollment. I'm not saying that a lot of those will be approved. The determination on whether those are approved or not will be 100% the same goal that we've had throughout the process, and that is to balance the class sizes. If we could, we would have the exact same number of students in every class in every building, regardless of how many sections they have. We have for years, and we use open enrollment, whether it's out-of-district open enrollment or in-district open enrollment, and the acceptance or denial of those open enrollments is always just based on the numbers. If you live in the Buchanan district, and we'll even accept open enrollments back to Jefferson, but if you, let's say, live in the Buchanan district, you want to go to Jefferson Elementary, you can apply to open enroll. We're going to look at the numbers, and if at that time the Jefferson class had 22 kids and the Buchanan had 19, you're probably not going to get to go. So it's all based on those numbers, and we're going to try to make sure that we just balance the classes like we always have in the past. So that will be opened up once the process is all completed. So we will talk about some of those boundary changes a little later in the meeting. A reminder that kindergarten screening, we do that every year. Our annual screening is right around the corner. Parents can register for a time slot for their kindergarten screening on our district website under kindergarten screening. The screening will be March 24th, 25th, and 26th at Jefferson Elementary, like we've done for many years. We do prefer that you register, and it's easier for you if you do, because then you'd have an exact time slot to show up. But if you don't get registered, every year we have some walk-ins, so walk-ins are certainly welcome. They might just have to wait a little bit if it's a busy time. I don't know how many of you happened to attend the middle school musical last week, but it was unbelievable. And Dennis just mentioned to me before the meeting started, if you were there, wasn't that impressive? And I didn't go Tuesday and Thursday, I just went Thursday, but what an unbelievable talented group of kids we have. And just a reminder, this week, Tuesday, is the Riggs Fine Arts Festival. That's a little different than some other concerts. It's vocal and band, but they have a guest conductor that worked with them all day today. They're going to work with them all day tomorrow. And then Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, will be that Fine Arts Festival. The middle school also has a concert this Thursday night that's vocal and band. And I would just encourage you to attend. They are unbelievable. The talent is those, like I've mentioned several times this year, but our fine arts programs are really going right now, it seems like to me. And the numbers are growing, and their performances have been outstanding. Just another reminder that school board petitions, if anybody wants to run for the school board, those are due in our office by March 24th at 5 o'clock. We all know that Mr. Cronin he mentioned a few months ago that he was not seeking re-election. So it's the first time we haven't had an incumbent run for a while. And we've had several inquiries. We've had some board packets picked up. They don't have to necessarily pick them up from our office, but they need to have the completed petitions and everything in by that March 24th at 5 o'clock deadline. And then, of course, we'll announce how many candidates we have. To date, we've had one candidate that has turned their petitions back in. But I'm anticipating more than that. And the last thing I'll mention just briefly is negotiations. The legislative session is coming to an end this week. We'll know by the end of the week what type of an ongoing increase there is for K-12 education and any one-time monies or whatever happens. We typically would have an executive session at the end of this board meeting, making some assumptions as to what that increase will be. But given the fact that we're missing a couple board members tonight, we're probably going to schedule a special meeting in the next couple weeks to talk about that specifically. And then soon after that special meeting, we'll meet with the teachers, and hopefully it'll go the way it has for many years. And it's been a very smooth process for us. We've completed the process in one meeting for many years, and I think that is a testament to the school board and to the staff member, the teachers and the staff members, and that there's a pretty good trusting relationship there, I think, from previous negotiations. So that process will probably happen and be acted upon at next board meeting unless there's some delays with schedules and such. So, and that is all I have unless you have questions.
All right, thank you, Dr. Gloat. Item number 7, board comments. Any board members? Item number 8, Rake Student Senate. Do we have anybody here?
Good evening. My name is Marissa Vasquez. I am in 10th grade, and I am the secretary of our grade. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Erin Maher. I'm also a sophomore at TF Riggs, and I'm our student council senator for the sophomores.
So we're just going to give you a little rundown of what's going to be happening in the month of March and what has happened in February. So in February, around Valentine's, we had this heart necklace challenge. It's a 2-day activity. 1 day is boys, 1 day is girls. It's just a challenge where you don't want to talk to the other gender. It's just a fun way for students to interact with each other, and it's always a hit. We also had Matchmaker. It's a form where students get to fill out, and they just get to see who they're compatible with in the grade. And it's also a fundraiser for student council, so that's fun. And then we had a blood drive, which was very successful. We got various of students to donate and people around the community, so that's always fun to hear.
And then upcoming things with student council, some of you may know, here in March, our 14th on Friday is Pie Day. So we have 4 teachers, and during each of our 4 lunch periods, we're gonna pie them in the face. So 1 teacher per lunch period. I know. And this is something that the kids always have a lot of fun with, because as you can imagine, it's a lot of fun to throw a pie at a teacher's face. And then another thing that we have upcoming is March 31st through April 1st is our state student council. We all head out to Rapid, and we get to see other student council groups from other towns, and it's just a lot of fun to hear guest speakers, play games, interact with all sorts of different people from all over the state, and it's a whole lot of fun to get to do that every year.
Yeah, so that's just a little about student council in these previous months. We really appreciate you guys' time. We really enjoy being part of this group, and we just hope to see you guys next time. So thank you.
I have one quick question. I know it's not the first year that we've done it, but how do you determine which teachers get the pie?
So we actually...
Whoever says yes.
Yeah, that's basically...
Say again?
Whoever says yes.
Oh, okay.
A lot of students request different teachers, so it's whatever teacher is wanted and whatever teacher agrees.
Well, I was just curious if the principals and athletic director are on the list too. Did they ever?
We hope to get one, but...
Mr. Hanson's available.
They have, so they have the option to participate if they want.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good to know.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, very nice job.
All right, moving along to item number 9, public comment. We were not notified that comments will be made. And moving on to conflicts of interest, item number 10. Again, Travis, I don't think that we have anything for this board meeting. Moving to item number 11, Teacher of the Year. I'll turn that over to Dr. Gloat.
Okay, before we have our Teacher of the Year come up and make a few comments, I just wanted to explain real briefly. Every year we do the District Teacher of the Year program. Those who are chosen as the Pierre School District Teacher of the Year have the opportunity. And then the little guy doesn't get to see his mom get. Anyway, the winner of our local Pierre School District Teacher of the Year has the opportunity to apply for the Regional Teacher of the Year. If they win the Regional Teacher of the Year, they have the opportunity to be in the competition for the State Teacher of the Year. So, as you know, we have unbelievable amount of tremendous teachers in our school district. Every year, staff members, colleagues, there's a variety of ways and people that can nominate. This is the first year, actually. I had one teacher that I think the aide kind of organized it, but the class themselves, the first grade class, nominated their teacher for the Teacher of the Year. So that was pretty cool. And it's one of my favorite days of the year because every teacher that's nominated, I walk around to I find them in the buildings that day, and I deliver them their nomination or nominations. Some get multiple nominations. And I can tell you that it's very rare that there's not a tear or two, because it's just really cool for them to be nominated by their colleagues, and then they get to read that and who nominated them. And so we had several other teachers nominated, and before I introduce our Teacher of the Year, I wanted to list those as well. So Jennifer Allen, first grade teacher at Buchanan Elementary, was nominated. Renee Allen, special education teacher at Riggs High School. Rachel Arbach, fifth grade teacher at Jefferson. Tina Baker, kindergarten teacher at Kennedy Elementary. Joe Lehman, a CTE teacher at the middle school. Kathy Norwick, a math teacher at the middle school. Amber Shaw, second grade teacher at Buchanan Elementary. And Cheryl Ullman, a CTE teacher at Riggs. All very deserving of being the Teacher of the Year. It's always a tough decision when we discuss look at the nominations and determine who that's going to be. But I am very proud to announce, and please help me congratulate Mrs. Shelby Heckenleibel for being named the Pierce School District Teacher of the Year. She's a third grade teacher at Buchanan Elementary, and I have no doubt if they know what they're doing, you'll win the region as well. So,
I have to say, when you came around that day, I had a former student in that is going to school to be a teacher, so she was observing in my classroom, and I'm teaching reading, and I see Dr. Gloat coming, through the window, and I'm like, oh, he's just doing his rounds. And then I see Mrs. Niederbo too, and I'm like, oh God, what did I do? And so then they came in all excited, and that was probably my favorite part of the whole day, was just getting to celebrate it with my kids. They made it very fun. Mrs. Niederbo had a surprise celebration at the end of the day. All of my family was there, and we had a dance party, so it was a lot of fun. But really, I just want to say that I am truly honored and humbled to be named the Pierce School District Teacher of the Year. Like you said, there are so many amazing educators that deserve it. I am very fortunate to work with those that guide me, they support me, and they push me to my fullest potential every single day. Also, I have amazing administrators that I've work with, again, that support me, and without that continued support, our job is a lot harder. And last, our school board as well, that you guys trust in us every day in what we do, and continue to support us on a daily basis. But most of all, my students, they're my number one motivation and my why. They inspire me, they remind me why I love my job, sometimes make me question it, but I do love them. I do say, teaching is the most challenging, yet one of the most rewarding jobs in the world. You can have the hardest days ever, and you still walk away and find that good, because there's always good in those days. But I just love watching my kids grow and become successful adults, both academically, socially, everything, but really just an awesome school board, administrators, my colleagues that put students and education first. That's what makes Pierre the best place to be. So thank you very much. I'm truly honored.
Congratulations. Okay, moving on to item number 12, Riggs Improvement Project bids, garage doors. Travis, I will let you take over.
Thank you, Jess. So when we had the original, the Riggs project was split into several different individual building projects, parts of the project that were bid separately. And bid item number 12 for the overhead coiling and sectional doors was the one item at the time from the original bid opening, received one bid. It was an unqualified bid, so the decision was made to go out and rebid that. So working with Pites, they went out and solicited door companies to get another batch of bids, and I have that tabulation for you here tonight. This time around, we received 3 qualified bids for bid package number 12, and that would recommend recommend to accept overhead door company of Pierre's bid less their adjustment for alternate 1, the payment and performance bond, in the amount of $33,500.
Okay. All right, this is an action item. Do we have a motion to approve the garage door bid for the Riggs Improvement Plan?
I would move to do so.
Second.
Wonderful. We have a motion and a second. Any questions?
Well, I just want to comment, I appreciate Travis's insight and his expertise in coordinating all of this. I was there at the bid openings, and I certainly didn't understand all of it. And when that was pulled off the table, it just made sense in what he's done as far as getting everything ready for this one. I appreciate that type of help.
And to confirm, Travis, is this the last of the bids for this project, or are we still waiting on the parking lot information?
This is the last of the bids.
Okay.
The base parking lot considered as part of the original project has been bid and approved. There was some discussion from that to maybe expand that out.
Yeah.
But that's down the road, and we'll look into that and see how much we can change order, and that might be a project of its own though.
Yeah. Wonderful. All right, I do believe all of our questions have been answered. This is an action item. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approving this bid, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 13, high school club sports recognition agreement for baseball. Dr. Glow.
Okay, as you know, we have some club sports that we have an agreement with them if they choose to have an agreement. We have club sports that don't have an agreement with the school district as well. But so there's several factors involved if they want to do that, use the governor's name, abide by training rules, they can letter, all those different things. There's advantages for them to have the agreement. It had been some time since we reviewed the baseball one, and they've had turnover in their coaching. So Mr. Mosier met with their coaches, and they came to the agreement that is in front of you. That's pretty much the same as it's been, but there's there may or may not be the need to, depending on turnovers with coaches and staff, whether or not it's necessary to do it every year, but it doesn't hurt to do it every year. So we're just updating our agreement with the baseball club, and that's what you have in your board packet.
Wonderful. All right, this is an action item. Do we have a motion to approve this item?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 14, elementary school boundaries. This is a first reading, and Dr. Gloat, I will let you provide some details.
Okay, I am going to ask for Mr. Lynn's help. He's going to run the map up there that you can see, the different shaded colors. Obviously, the blue was Buchanan, the red is Jefferson, and the green is Kennedy. So we're going to move the bound. I'm going to tell you the streets, but it'll be way easier to look at the map and see what Brian shows you. So what's up there right now is our current boundaries. That's the current elementary school boundaries. The boundary between Jefferson and Buchanan is Governor's Drive from East 4th Street to East Wells Avenue, and then to the intersection of East Wells Avenue and East Sioux Avenue. The boundary between Jefferson and the Lower Kennedy District south of Sioux Avenue is Sioux Avenue and South Central Avenue. So if he switches and then puts see the purple one there? That is the boundary that will change. And surprisingly, that's 17 students. And the majority of those students live kind of in that corner that's already touching the Buchanan. And they will actually, they might even be closer to Buchanan than they are to Jefferson, if you're looking at distance from the school. So with that boundary change, we're looking to shift Jefferson and Buchanan boundary over to Euclid Avenue. East 4th Street will be the northern boundary, and Euclid Avenue will be the western boundary. We're also going to move that, see that little brown section there? It just makes that, it'll make the Jefferson district a straight line instead of jogging over. We're only making that change to clean it up a little bit because there's not a single student that lives there. So it's more of it's not really a residential part of town. So this is what the new boundaries would look like. And we're hopeful that, we haven't changed boundaries very often, but we're hopeful that this will get us to those balanced numbers that we were talking about. And again, we're going to open it up for open enrollment when all is said and done so that we can maybe even balance the numbers better. And so, again, I don't want people to think that I don't want to get their hopes up when it comes to that, but if you really wanted to go to a different school than you're going to be in, I would certainly try to open enroll. And if the numbers work in your favor, it'll be approved. If the numbers hurt our balance, it will be denied. So, and that, it's hard to say because the numbers keep changing. We never know, and even during the summer, we never know how many kids are going to move out of an individual district or how many are going to move in. So we just keep a constant tally of every class size, and we think this will get us real close to being balanced with the other open enrolled students that we already moved out of Jefferson. And this is not an action item. This is just a first reading. So it will be acted upon officially next month.
Wonderful. All right, thank you, Dr. Glow.
I had one other thing. I am sorry, I forgot. The families that are in the boundary change so let's say that if you're in that boundary change area, but you're open enrolled to Kennedy, this won't impact you. You get to stay at Kennedy, if that makes sense. So there could be a few kids in there that are open enrolled to Kennedy already, and we've already taken that into consideration. This is just giving Buchanan more area and taking some away from Jefferson.
Wonderful. All right, thank you. Moving on to item number 15, Consolidated Board of Equalization. This is an opportunity for one of our board members to serve on this annually. Randy Hartman has served in the past and has agreed to serve again for the coming year. It is an action item, so I would ask that we have a motion to approve Randy to serve on this board.
I'd make that motion.
Second.
All right, thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any questions on this? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 16, Audit Report for Fiscal Year 2024-2025. I will turn this over to Dr. Gloat and Travis.
Travis will do the majority of this agenda item, but I just asked Jess if she would give me just a minute to, I think a business manager's job is not an easy job. It's one of the tougher jobs in a school district, and Travis only having been here a few years, it's amazing to me how quickly he picked it up in his first year as well. But again, we have a very clean audit. There's no major findings, no issues. So it's kind of bragging on the district and the job that they have done. But I just want to thank Travis and all the ladies that work with him. The auditors are always very complimentary of the processes that we have in place, and it's an important. It's one of those things that you don't want to have any findings if you can help it. And we again will have a very clean audit report, and that's a testament to Travis and the ladies that work for him.
Wonderful. Travis, do you have anything to add?
I don't have much to add on that. Shane Fish has been our auditors for several years. They were on site starting the week of November 10th. Technology has certainly sped up that process, where before I think there used to be an auditor on site for several weeks. Now it's a lot of prep work. Put a lot of documents into a Dropbox location for them, probably starting 6 weeks before they're on site, so they're in and out within the course of 3 or 4 days. And then there's always some follow-up questions on, as they dig and look at stuff, and they're, asking for more documentation, connect the dots, and yeah, it was a very clean audit again. I will admit their list of audit adjustments was slightly longer than last year, but it's all just nominal stuff. Something maybe didn't get calculated right, wasn't looked at the right way. But definitely a good learning experience, having it 100% myself this time to go through that. So looking forward to next year. And I do got to give thanks here. A lot of good processes, procedures put in place by Darla and Deb. And I'm very thankful for the team that I have that continues to follow those processes and procedures, because that's what makes us work, and that's what keeps our audits clean year after year. So.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for that. All right, this is an action item to approve the audit report, so I would ask for a motion.
Move acceptance.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Item number 17, out of district, open enrollments 2026-2027. Dr. Glow.
Okay, as you can see in your board packet, we're just getting started with the process of out-of-district open enrollments. And I would ask that you approve open enrollments numbers 1 through 4. You'll notice, we obviously never mentioned names in the board meeting, but you will notice that 2 of those are kindergarten students and 2 are 6th grade students. Which is typically the ones we get the most of. Usually kindergartners we get the most of by far, but the 6th grade students are pretty common as well, because they went to St. Joe's, so they're moving from St. Joe's to the middle school, but don't live in our district. So I would ask your approval of those. And I should clarify, obviously the 6th grade students, they have one option, the middle school. Those kindergarten students, whenever anybody from out of district open enrolls, they put what school they'd prefer to go to, and then they can put a second choice and oftentimes a third choice. But we always just accept them to the district. Again, we use these numbers to balance our numbers, so they won't know for sure if they're going to Kennedy or Buchanan or Jefferson for a while. We just want to let them know, yes, you're accepted to the Pierce School District. We'll determine the school later.
All right. All right, do we have a motion? This is an action item.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and approval have been offered. Do we have any questions on this? Without hearing none, all those say aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 18, donations. Travis, I'll let you provide some details on that.
Thank you, Jess. Several donations for the board's consideration tonight. The Youth Football Jamboree, a $750 donation to the Football Activity Fund. American Bank and Trust's donation of their spirit funds this year for $5,902. For anybody who was at the basketball game back on the 24th, they had a little table set up there with some prizes for the kids and presented their donation to the staff there. Included in your board packet is the list of the activities and items that will be purchased using those funds. We take those donations, we break them down by school based on the fall enrollment, and then average out the elementary numbers so each school gets the same amount of money. And then in the month of February, so every month Dairy Queen does a charitable cause and a roundup donation for, you buy something, you can round up your pennies in the donations. So for the month of February was delinquent lunch accounts for Pierre and Stanley County School Districts. As part of that, they also brought on several other businesses who partnered with them and committed to match part of what Dairy Queen raised. So this next list of businesses and amounts are all from that Dairy Queen effort to be used to help with delinquent school lunch accounts. From Dairy Queen, $1,139.35. From Bothan Agency, $58. DJ's Convenience Store, $58. Graves Plumbing, $258. Grey Goose Motors, $60. Royal Scoop LLC, $100. Slumberland Furniture, $58. And Valerie Meyer, $58. All total donation to the school lunch program, or for delinquent accounts, $1,789.35. And I would ask your approval.
Wow, that's very nice. Okay, motion needed to accept these donations.
So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 All those, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 19, resignations. Dr. Glow.
Okay, in your board packet, you'll see one teaching position resignation, and that is Mr. Kurt Ledow, high school English at Riggs. Congratulations to Kurt, by the way. He's going to be the new superintendent in Phillip. Kurt is also resigning from varsity softball. Kelsey Rounds is resigning in middle school volleyball. Ann Rowe, middle school girls basketball, and Megan Bauk, varsity girls tennis.
All right, do we have a motion to approve these resignations?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Without hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 20, Administration Rule 24430801. Dr. Glow.
As you know, it's not real common, but we do have some administrative waivers from time to time. This one will, sometimes we question whether DOE will approve them or not approve them. I don't see this one being any issue at all since the person is a certified teacher. But Elliott Life will be long-term subbing till the end of the school year in Mr. Sluka's position. So I believe that he needs the waiver to go past that 45 days like we have done in the past. So this is just so that he can do the entire school year instead of needing to get an additional long-term sub.
Wonderful. This is an action item. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 21, adjournment.
I'd move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion approved. Oh, excuse me. Do we have any questions on that? Without hearing none, all those say aye.
Aye.
All those who oppose, same sign. Motion passed. Item is adjourned. Meeting is adjourned. Here we go.